Hey ladies, it's Ivy, and I just wanted to give you a quick word, and it's really about discouragement. Have you been feeling discouraged lately, or feel like you're going into a season of discouragement and feel a little frustrated, not sure, what's going on, or you just feel like, I don't know if doubts are kind of creeping in because of that discouragement, like, is this where am I supposed to be, And well, I've got a good word for you. I've got some good news for you, and I hope it's encouraging for you, that it's a reminder that, ladies, whenever we are pushing through, whenever we are where God wants us to be, wherever we are really just making an effort to follow Him and do it His way, whether it's in our marriage, whether it's in the workplace, in our church, discouragement, we can really expect some discouragement to come our way, because that is one way the enemy works. All right. Throughout the Old Testament, you can see time and time again that many people came up against the Israelites to really, the Bible's very specific, to discourage them, to try to discourage them, to keep them from going into the promised land, the land that the Lord promised them, and to frustrate them. And so, we've got to be careful to not let that discouragement be an indicator that we are not where God wants us to be, right? And distract us, and to cause doubts to creep in, and to start questioning, God, is this, and really those places of discouragement, we shouldn't deny that. Like, it's very real, right? I was in a place of discouragement, with the church, with just things that I was seeing around me. And I wasn't sure. There was a period of time where I'm like, God, is this where you want me? Do you want me here? And what I realized is God is doing something. He is doing something, and we can't always see. We're not going to be able to see everything, right? It's too great. It's too big. There's so many pieces moving, and we get to be just a tiny piece of the puzzle, but a very important piece of the puzzle. And so, of course, the enemy is going to try to distract us by discouragement and frustration, to get us to think that there's nothing can be done. Like, I'm not making a difference here. How can I possibly make a difference here? So that moment of discouragement is built in, what the enemy wants to use to get us to change directions and go the other way, to bail out and hit the eject button and run. God wants to use it to remind us that we need His guidance. He wants to use that to push us into prayer and to draw near to Him, and to remember our reliance upon His sight, His wisdom, His knowledge, and His understanding in those moments, and to actually be encouraged that God's doing something here, because the enemy really doesn't want me to keep going down the road, and to push through, but to really seek the Lord's counsel in that time of discouragement, instead of letting that discouragement fuel doubts and push us in, or determine our decisions as to whether or not we stay or go. Instead, leaning into God, praying and asking Him, Lord, what do you want me to do here? And I will tell you this, that when I've done that recently, over the past few months, the Lord has said, I'm like, Lord, where do you want us as a family? And the Lord has said, I want you to pray for that woman. I want you to do what I've called you to do, right where I've put you. I'm not moving you. And just listen to me, flow with me, move with me, stay close to me, and one person at a time. So, and be patient, right? And so, ladies, I just wanted to give you that word of encouragement, and to remind you, when you're feeling discouraged, don't hit the eject button. Pause, pray, talk to God, sit on it. Don't let that discouragement drive your decision, because He may just be taking you into the promised land if you continue down that road. So, ladies, I hope this encourages you.